Welcome back to another episode of Uploaded Unfiltered. Today, we are going to be talking about motivation and why I think motivation is one of those things that keeps a lot of people from doing some dope shit. So today we're going to tackle that subject matter. I'm going to get into what I think motivation is, what you need instead of motivation, and a cheat code to do things you know you need to do when you don't have this mystical motivation. So sit back, relax. If you are not driving and if you're somewhere chill, you can take some time to sit down and drink and just listen to my voice. We're going to go over some dope shit today. All right, so today we're going to be talking about motivation. And even you could probably think about this sometimes where you're like, oh man, I'm not motivated enough to do this. I think people treat motivation as I do want to do this thing that I want to chase after. So maybe you heard of it, maybe you didn't. YouTube has recently announced that they're changing the number requirements for their partner program. In February, I believe February 21st, it's going to go from 4,000 watch hours to 8,000 watch hours. And I've seen a lot of sentiment around smaller creators freaking out that they doubled the requirements for the program. And I think we're looking at this the wrong way. We have until February 21st of next year to get in under the old rules. That is like a video away. That is 1 or 2, 3 great videos on your long form posts that you post up. It gets traction and it reaches target audience. That's not inconceivable. That is something that can actually happen. So rather than seeing this new requirement that hasn't even kicked in effect yet, rather than seeing that and becoming demotivated, use this as motivation to start pumping out more content. Every video you put up is a chance for you to get that golden ticket. So rather than complaining about the requirements that are not yet here, start pumping out videos and see if you can hit what is already there for you to obtain, which is 4,000 watch hours. I believe in you. I know you can do it. Figure out what your niche is. Figure out what excites you about content creation. Figure out what excites you about the subject matter that you're trying to provide to the masses, and dive deep. You have a few months. You can do it. Simple as that. But one thing that you might think you need on this transition is motivation. Now, motivation isn't something that you should be waiting for, especially if there's something that you want to accomplish as far as reaching a goal. It happens when the thing that you are chasing after, the event that you're doing, is both appealing and possible. Appeal and possibility go a long way. And if you start treating the things that you know you need to do in order to achieve a goal as both appealing and possible, the motivation to show up. You'll have the energy to do whatever it is that you need to do. That's how I've had this podcast up for 3 years plus, no missed episodes, is because I'm motivated to do it, meaning that it is both appealing and possible for me to do it. There's no doubt in my mind each week I can put up an episode, even if it's just me doing it. There is no possibility of me missing that. Like, it's very possible for me to do that. And it's appealing because I love streaks. I love keeping a streak. I want to be able to say in 10 years, I put up an episode every week for 10 years straight. Why? Just because I think that would be cool. No other reason than that. So let's break down the word. Motivation means moved into action. People treat it like fuel that they need before they start anything. And because of that, a lot of people don't start shit. The word implies that something has to happen before you can start happening, but nothing has to happen to you. You just need to start. Simple as that. Something has to line up around you to get motivated. I'm waiting for motivation. I'm not motivated to. It's crazy because like people are motivated to go to a job that they don't like. And I would argue it's both possible for them to do because they have a job and all they have to do is show up. And the reason why it's appealing to them in that moment is because it's staving off something scarier. Maybe they're going to this job because they feel that they need this job in order to survive. Or maybe they need this job or they're going to become homeless and end up dying on the streets. That's what makes that aspect appealing. So yes, they're motivated, but I wouldn't say it's because of the right reasons. I'm motivated to do my podcast. There's no fear out of it. And I think that's the biggest thing. Like, if you can't be doing something out of fear, that's where the appeal comes in. Appealing means your mind is drawn towards the outcome. It's drawn towards something. It's not obligated to move toward it. It doesn't need to move toward it. It gets to experience that. So instead of saying I should post today, that doesn't feel joyful. That doesn't feel fun. I want people to see this does. That's the difference. Instead of saying, I need to post something this week because I haven't posted anything, that's not going to motivate you to do shit. But rather than that, have a reason. Be like, I want people to see this. I thought this was dope. I want people to see this, or I have something to say. I want to talk about this with people. Have that drive your content rather than, I should post this week because I'm trying to be consistent. Will it work? Yes. Is it harder? Very much so. Rather than doing it because you should do it or you have to do it, again, find a pill and find the possibility to do it, and it will drive the necessary actions to get you motivated to do it. That word motivation just keeps popping up. As long as your mind believes that it can be done, your mind is just going to do it. That's where the possibility comes in. Like, if you don't think that posting once a week is going to lead to you achieving your goal of becoming a partner, you just yank possibility away from your brain in order to help this transition be easier. Now, if you think that posting once a week is going to get you closer to your goal, it makes doing the necessary steps to get to that point where you're posting once a week that much easier. Our mind won't chase what it thinks it can't catch, no matter how good the prize looks. If we really want to become a partner and any part of our mind is doubting that that is a possibility for us, our mind's not going to look for reasons to help us out with that. It's going to be like, we don't want to get there and be disappointed because you don't think it's real. So why waste energy? Why waste time doing it? So I like to think of it like this. Appeal creates the pull, the desire to do something, and possibility removes the block of not doing it. If you have both of them, you're more than likely going to do the things that you need to do to achieve your goals. If you only have one of them, then it's not going to be that easy. And so when we continue to say things like, I need motivation, unfortunately for our mind, that's a roadblock. Our mind reads need as necessary for survival. And now it feels like an emergency. Now this higher stakes. And that doesn't necessarily drive us to do things new. When the stakes are high and we don't really need to do it, we're going to find an easy way out. Maybe we start procrastinating, start scrolling on TikTok because I don't need to make a video today. There's no life or death situation here, but I need motivation to get it done. You see how our brain plays games with us? It's not necessary to be motivated to do things. We just need to have the appeal and the possibility around the things that we need to get done in order to reach our goals. So if you are on Twitch right now and one of your goals is become affiliate, think about what it's going to mean to become affiliate, how you're going to feel when you achieve that goal, and let that drive the appeal and possibility of setting up a schedule and streaming 3 times a week or twice a week, whatever your schedule allows you for. Let the future of the thing that you want drive the actions of the things that you need to do in the present in order to get there. And luckily, I'm married to someone who loves reading books about the mind and shares that knowledge with me. There is a thing in regards to dopamine. And I need to do my own research on this and actually have a deeper conversation on it. But there are things that we do that feel like we're moving towards our goal, but is nothing but busy work that is keeping us pretty much stuck in our current situations. For example, if you are constantly tweaking your thumbnails and that's what you're doing, or rewriting all your descriptions and titles, yes, that could help, but that's busy work. You're not putting anything new out there. You're not giving your audience another chance to locate you through another video. You are doing busy work, which is spiking dopamine. It's like, hey, I'm accomplishing something. Oh, I did something. Oh, I uploaded all these pictures to my website and now all the shows are there. Like there are things that I've done that I know was busy work, but it felt good because I was getting it done. But you got to watch out for those pitfalls as well. So while it's great to plan out a week's worth of content, don't let that planning trick you into think that you did something that was good towards your goal. All you did was lay the groundwork for you to do the actual work, which is to pump out those videos. Once those videos are out and in the public, then you can congratulate yourself, pat yourself on the back and be like, yep, I did something that's moving me towards my goal. Planning and learning and studying and figuring out what your next program is going to learn to hype up your videos, or just learning a brand new video editor. Spending all that time learning that stuff is not moving you towards your goal. You need to do things messy. You need to start pumping out content. That's going to be the quickest way for you to figure out, okay, this is the style that I like. This is the kind of intro I like. This is the flow of my videos. Let's play with this and see where we go from here. So don't let those dopamine traps get you bound up. Don't fall into those dopamine traps is a essential lesson I'm trying to preach here. So the very last thing that I want to leave you with is when it comes to doing the things that you want, what I would do is spend a day to write down all of the things that you know you need to do to become the content creator that you want. Now, if your goal is being monetized on YouTube, see what the requirements are. Figure out a realistic schedule that you can stick to. Maybe it's just one video a week. Maybe it's 2 videos a week. Whatever your schedule will allow for, that's what you're going to plan for. Spend that day, write down everything that you want to. Don't just think about, oh, this is what I want to do. No, write that shit down. Pull out your phone, open up a notes app, jot down everything you want to do, and then plan to do it. Not like 2 weeks from now, not a year from now, that week. That's the week that you're going to implement this plan. And as you go out through that week, if you find yourself saying, I don't feel like doing this, or I don't feel motivated to do this, just remember, why is this appealing, and why is it possible now? Yeah, I only have like an hour to shoot a video, but I should be able to shoot this video and then I can edit it tomorrow or over the course of the next 3 days and get it up this week. Make it appealing, and the appeal, of course, is going to be, what's your end goal? Feel what that end goal is, and then use that energy, push you through what you need to get through right now. Try that for a week. Try that for a month and see how much more content you're making, see how much more your numbers are growing because you're actually putting content out, and see yourself actually enjoying the process. That is a secret to becoming successful into any genre, anything that you're trying to do in life. You need to find a way to make it appealing. You need to find a way to make it enjoyable. If you're doing something that's enjoyable and you have and it's something that you can actually do, the sky's the limit, because at that point it's no longer feeling like work. It's no longer feeling like a grind, and you're just making step by step to your new goal. Hopefully somebody out there needs to hear this. I know I needed to say it out loud because there are things that I have been avoiding doing that I know that I need to inject a little bit of pill into so I can get them done so my future self can meet me sooner than later. If you know any other content creators or creators in general who can benefit from conversations like these and more, please share the podcast with them. Uploaded Unfiltered. Every week, every Tuesday, we put up a new episode. And I'm just trying to get as many Black voices out there. So the ones who have an idea or have a dream to create content, maybe they'll hear this and be like, you know what? If they can do it, I can do it. And I truly believe anybody can do this. In fact, I'm about to put something together to get my dad to start making content because I know that would go crazy and he would enjoy doing it. All right. Other than that, thank y'all for listening. Truly appreciate it. And as always, protect your mental, keep creating content, and I'll see you in the next one.